Evan Rose with Lionheart Catholic. Hope you're doing well. Topic of this video, it is difficult being Catholic right now. So where to begin? I converted to the Catholic faith 20 years ago, and that was right as the sexual abuse scandal was breaking. That was a rough time to be Catholic, but I had the zeal of a new convert, and I did not let it shake my faith at that time. Over the past 2 decades, we've been through a lot as Catholics. There's been the resurgence of the sexual abuse scandal that most of us assume was already taken care of. It wasn't. But for me, these past few years have been the most difficult as a Catholic. You had the bishops shutting down all the masses during the lockdowns. You had a virulently hostile media, big tech, government, basically throwing off the gloves when COVID hit, and they began openly attacking our Catholic beliefs. You had Pope Francis and most bishops in the church. It seemed to be some combination of heretical, weak, effeminate, fearful. And there's very little respect for Catholics anymore in the public sphere. Just as an example, I'm part of a membership group. It's related to politics and economics, so not related to faith. The people in that group are openly derogatory toward the Catholic Church whenever it comes up. And in years past, I would have stood up and defended the church against what they're saying. But honestly, I can understand why they think the way they do, coming from an outsider perspective. They don't have the faith that I have. We'll talk about that in a second. So I understand why they think that the Catholic Church is evil, is a mess, is bad. I don't agree with them. And I hope that they will change their view. But for me to start to argue with them requires a whole foundation and understanding why I think the Catholic Church is true, why I believe in the Catholic Church in spite of these things. And that's kind of too big to try to bite off with people who are not Catholic, for example. We also see various scandals continue within the church. Just about every month, there's some kind of scandal, and I don't even have to go into different ones. You can just look in the news and they'll come up. My dad will even send me emails. Hey, look what this news article just said about the Catholic Church. And a lot of times it's mischaracterized, but sometimes too, it's something bad. And what can I say? But yep, it's terrible. We have infighting within the church. We have people leaving the church, including fairly public people. So I hear quite a bit from Catholics they're fed up, they're upset, and they feel like the church has failed them, honestly. I understand why they feel that way. So I want to share with you, am I going to leave the faith? No. By the grace of God, may I remain firm in my beliefs. Obviously, I can't guarantee in my weakness that I won't do something, but just pray, by the grace of God, may He keep me in a state of sanctifying grace. So, why do I stay and why do many Catholics stay? Well, quite simply because the Catholic Church is true. The Catholic Church is Christ's church, no matter what human failures and scandals occur. And nothing in the past 20 years has disproven that belief of mine. Matter of fact, it's been the opposite, even with the attacks. So the whole foundation for Lionheart Catholic is to be faithful no matter what the Pope says, no matter what this or that bishop or priest say or do, no matter who leaves the church, no matter what scandals happen. I've chosen to take a radical ownership of my faith and double down on the traditional beliefs as taught by the saints throughout every age of the church. So I ignore garbage, whether it's coming out of Rome or from a bishop or a priest or a lay Catholic. The truths of the faith are accessible. They're in plain sight to all who seek them, meaning you can know them. You can read the writings of the saints. You can read the Bible. You can follow those people who are in harmony with the sensus fidelium, right? That sense of the faithful that is unchanging and is true to the tradition of the church. God protects the church from error in her teachings, in spite of the errors of the human beings within the church. Practice the faith by frequenting the sacraments. I go to the traditional Latin Mass, of course, go to confession. I pray novenas, do mental prayer, wear the scapular, pray the rosary. These are all like the fundamentals. And if you practice them, they will help you immensely. They'll keep you from going down the wrong path. They will help you remain strong, even in the face of all these obstacles and chaos that we have. And I should have grabbed my copy. This is also why I wrote Lionheart Catholic, How to Become a Saint in These Dark Times. It's a book I offered on my website. I don't offer it on Amazon because I don't want to support Amazon. And I offer it for just the cost of shipping and handling. So at the time of this video, it's $7.95, printed and shipped to your house. It's not because I didn't write the book because I'm already a saint. Rather, I'm not, but I wanted to condense down the practices of the saints and how they became saints to say, basically, this is all the tools Christ gives us through his church to grow in holiness. Let's practice that together. So, this is a short video. My message is refuse to give in to resentment and disillusionment, anger. Refuse to allow the Pope or this or that bishop or priest or fellow Catholic to disillusion you against Christ and his church. Be one of Christ's faithful followers who keeps that lamp lit and shines the light for others. Very simple, very basic, but that is the way that I follow. All right, God bless.